What's going on, YouTube? Thomas L. here. With Kurt Russell playing Santa Claus in the new Netflix film, The Christmas Chronicle, I decided to do a top 10 list of my 10 favorite Kurt Russell movies. Because he's been around for decades. I mean, he's a really terrific actor. So, that being said, here's my 10 favorite Kurt Russell movies. Alright. Coming in at number 10 will be the Quentin Tarantino directed movie, The Hateful Eight. The Hateful Eight is actually really good. I mean, it's not Quentin Tarantino's best work or anything like that, but I thought it was pretty decent. It's a pretty cool Western movie, and also has a pretty good cast that included Jennifer Jason Leigh, Sam Jackson, Walton Goggins. You even had Channing Tatum. Who else was in this? Oh yeah, Bruce Dern was in this. Solid cast. I mean, the whole movie pretty much takes place in one confinement, and I found that should be pretty cool. Now, in this, Kurt Russell plays a bounty hunter named John the Hangman Roof, who has a fugitive prisoner played by Jennifer Jason Leigh, and they also encounter a bounty hunter played by Sam Jackson, and they hope to find shelter from a blizzard. So the group goes to a cabin with various other interesting characters. I mean, it's pretty decent. It has good performances by Kurt Russell. Jennifer Jason Leigh gave a good performance. I believe she scored an Oscar nomination for this, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, Sam Jackson was good. This movie was also really bloody and violent. Of course, it's a Tarantino movie. It's, of course, going to be violent. Yeah, Hateful Eight is really good. I mean, lots of people would consider this as Quentin Tarantino's worst film. I don't think so. It's definitely not his worst. I mean, it's not his best or anything, but it's definitely not his worst. I mean, if you guys haven't seen The Hateful Eight yet, I highly recommend it. It's pretty good. And speaking of Tarantino and Russell, I can't wait for their new movie together called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Leo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. That's one of my anticipated movies of next year. All right. Coming in at number 9 will be the Robert Rodriguez directed film Death Proof. Now, these Death Proof movies, I gotta say, are really fun. I mean, they aren't great by any means, but they're actually pretty fun to watch. I mean, for one, they have a pretty interesting cast in this. I mean, some of the cast members in these things includes, Quentin Tarantino also is in this. Oh, actually, he also directed Death Proof. You even had Rose McGowan. Rosario Dawson, Zoe Bell. Kurt Russell was awesome in this movie, and I mean Rose McGowan with a gun as a leg. How can you stop that? Now, Death Proof is like one of the few out of the Grindhouse trilogies. Of course, there's the first Grindhouse movie, and there was another one. Let me. I mean, the Grindhouse films are pretty cool, I mean, they have some pretty cool violence in them. They're pretty fun to watch. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out any of the Grindhouse films yet, definitely give them a go. I think you'll probably have a fun time with them. All right. Coming in at number 8 would be the film Big Trouble in Little China. Now, this movie was recently was in the news recently because Dwayne Johnson said to do like a remake, but instead of a remake, it's supposed to be a sequel. The first Big Trouble in Little China it's a hoot. It's pretty fun. It's 80s action funness. It's also directed by John Carpenter, who directed Kurt Russell and a few other stuff. I mean, in Big Trouble in Little China, Kurt Russell plays a truck driver named Jack Burnett who gets caught in a bizarre conflict within and underneath San Francisco's Chinatown. And it also has a ancient Chinese prince and Chinatown crime lord who has kidnapped a beautiful green-eyed woman who is also the fiance to Jack's best friend. So Jack must help his friend rescue the girl before the evil Lo Pen uses her to break the ancient curse that, of course, keeps him from a fleshless and immortal spirit. It's a fun one. I mean, of course, you got Kim Cattrall. James Hong was in this. This is actually, I should say, this is more of a guilty pleasure, but it's actually a really fun guilty pleasure. If you guys haven't seen Big Trouble in Little China yet, check it out. It's pretty good. All right. Coming in at number 7 will be another Western, and that would be Tombstone. This is a really good Western film. I mean, it got released in 1993, and it also starred Kurt Russell as Wyatt Earp, as well as Bill Paxton and Sam Elliott. Oh, yeah, you also had Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday. It's a good Western film. I mean, I always thought the chemistry between the 4 leads, their chemistry worked out well. Yeah, this is definitely one of the best Westerns of the past number of years. Good performances by Russell, by Kilmer. The other cast was, of course, good. Definitely check out Tombstone. I think you'll probably appreciate it. All right, coming in at number 6 will be the hockey movie Miracle. Miracle is a really good hockey film worth checking out. I mean, in this, Kurt Russell, plays famed coach Herb Brooks, who is hired to helm the 1980 U.S. men's Olympic hockey team, and so he brings a unique and brash style to the ice. And he assembles a team of hot-headed college all-stars who are humiliated in a early match, and so he unites his squad against a common foe, the heavily favored Soviet team, as the U.S. squad tries to overcome odds of winning, and they're trying, of course, win the gold medal. It's a classic hockey film. I mean, it got released in 2004 and was directed by Gavin O'Connor, who also did that movie Warrior. And also, sadly, one of its stars, Michael Mattantino, recently passed away. That was pretty sad to hear. I really dug the hockey aspects of this. I mean, it's of course an underdog story. Kurt Russell as the coach was pretty good. I mean, Miracle is a really good one. I mean, definitely check out Miracle if you haven't seen it, because it's another good Russell movie worth checking out. All right. Coming in at number 5. Coming in at number 5 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Now here, of course, Kurt Russell ends up playing Star-Lord's dad. Kurt Russell was really good in this. And Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I don't care what anyone says. To me, it's actually better than the first Guardians. It was loads of fun. I mean, I thought Russell was a pretty good villain. Of course, Russell as in Guardians is in my thumbnail. And I really thought the chemistry that Kurt Russell had with Chris Pratt, that was pretty good. I mean, I simply like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And I kind of hope we'll see a third one soon, but God knows when a part 3 is going to come. All right, coming in at number 4 is Overboard, the film that was directed by Gary Marshall and starred Kurt Russell with his real-life wife Goldie Hawn. Now, of course, there was a recent remake of this with Eugenio Derbez and Anna Faris, which I gotta say, I know lots of people poo-poo on that remake. The remake wasn't all half bad. I mean, of course, it wasn't as good as the original, but I found the remake should be pretty decent. Anyway, the original Overboard is pretty funny. Yeah, I really dug the romance chemistry between Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. Of course, they have good chemistry off screen as well. I mean, this movie is really funny. It's really cute, charming. Yeah, I mean, if you guys haven't had a chance to check out the original Overboard, give it a go. I think you'll probably appreciate it. All right. Coming in at number 3 will be Tango and Cash. Now, this, of course, teamed Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell together. Now, Kurt Russell and Stallone working together in this was really fun to watch. Ooh, sorry about that, guys. Anyway, as I was saying about Tango and Cash, I mean, this movie has like a 33% Rotten Tomatoes. Jeez. Anyway, I really always dug the chemistry between both Stallone and Russell. They work together pretty well here. You even had Terry Hatcher way before Desperate Housewives. Jack Palance was pretty good here as the villain. I mean, this movie was pure 80s action, and it worked out well. It got released in 1989, and I mean, it turns 30 next year if you guys want to feel old. It's a classic. I mean, too bad they never went ahead and did a sequel to Tango and Cash, because it would have been cool seeing Stallone and Russell together again. Although they both did appear in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which they didn't share any screen time, but it was pretty cool seeing Tango and Cash in Guardians Volume 2. That was pretty cool, but it's a shame they didn't share any screen time in Volume 2, though. But yeah, I mean, it'll be cool seeing like Stallone and Kurt Russell, back together for another Tango and Cash. That would be pretty cool to watch. All right. Coming in at number 2 will be another John Carpenter film, and that is The Thing. The Thing is one of the rare remakes that is actually better than the original. The creature of The Thing is really creepy. It's also pretty violent. I mean, it's a gruesome film, and John Carpenter did a pretty good job at directing this. Kurt Russell is pretty good as the lead here. Yeah, I mean, The Thing it's an 80s horror classic. If you guys still haven't seen The Thing by now, definitely give it a go. All right. Coming in at number 1 of my favorite Kurt Russell movies, and that will be the classic Escape from New York. Kurt Russell, with an eye patch on his eye was always pretty cool to watch. This film was also directed by John Carpenter. Actually works together really well. And I mean, Kurt Russell as the role of Snake Plissken, it's an iconic character. You even had Donna Pleasant as the president. Adrienne Barbeau was really good in this. It's a really fun film worth checking out. I mean, the movie got released in 1981, and I feel the movie still holds up today. It's an action film you could go back and watch and still enjoy. There was also a sequel called Escape from LA, which I admit was not that good. But Escape from New York is where it's at. It's awesome. And there's been like talks about a remake of Escape from New York, but I don't know if they'll be as good as the original. Because Escape from New York, it's an 80s action classic. I mean, of course, John Carpenter did a good job at directing. Again, he's John Carpenter. He's always the best. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want a really good 80s action film worth checking out, definitely Escape from New York is one I think you'll probably get a kick out of. All right, that's pretty much it for my 10 favorite Kurt Russell movies. Let me do that quick rundown. 10, The Hateful Eight. 9, Death Proof. 8, Big Trouble in Little China. 7, Tombstone. 6, Miracle. 5, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. 4, Overboard. 3, Tango and Cash. 2, The Ding. 1, Escape from New York. Let me leave it to you guys. What are your favorite Kurt Russell movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.